Hey guys, welcome to the review, and today we're going to talk about Maximus. And Maximus is the noble steed of the movie with Tangled is the name of the movie, and Rapunzel and Flynn Rider are the other characters in the movie with him in there. So Maximus is part of the new update from the Rapunzel Tower that we just had recently. And he's basically a character that you're going to need in order for you to move on. Very similar to the Stitch Tower and the Trident Tower, that you need those characters in order for you to move up and complete the 3 towers that are within, or the 3 tiers within the tower. And you need to get them at least a 7, I believe, is the max, or 6, one of the 2, in order for you to progress within those tiers. So I finally got him unlocked. It's going to let me use him in the next tier, which I believe I got up to tier 2, level 1, if I remember right. And you can watch my video with Rapunzel and you'll find out where I stopped at. But that's where it's going to help me out to move on in that tier, and probably in the next one. Definitely need Flynn, which I hadn't even started on Flynn because of the fact that he is such a high character to obtain. He's in the stage 7. I don't have anyone up to stage 7 just yet because I've really been focusing on grinding up these characters so that I can get them available for when the events come out, such as the Stitch Tower, the Big Hero 6, the Frozen, all that stuff. So I am working on that before I move on within the game itself. So let's finally take a look at Maximus here. So Maximus is right now at a 2-star, where when you unlock him, he is a defensive character, which I believe I predicted that was the case when we did that content update. And his offense is 42, his defense 25, health 360, speed is 90, which is normal, and that's pretty much it. I think the defense is really low, but let's see after we level him up. And we got him unlocked. Let's get him to 30. Okay, and let's tier him up. Alright, and I probably could go a little bit more, but I'm going to leave it at tier 3 for now. And let's look at his base stats now. So he has 152 in offense, 78 in defense, 2661 in health. I think the health is pretty high, being that it's star 2, so that's a plus for this character. But the defense is really low, so you might want to put a defensive stone on him to kind of build that up, and he can really take more of a beating when it comes to those attacks. So let's take a look at his basic attack. And this one is Disarming Steed. Deals up to 65 damage to a target opponent for 2 times. So not bad. Obviously, once you tier him up on the star level and everything like that, and the gears, this might be a bigger and more damaging type of attack. So it's not bad to have. And you also get a 30% chance to inflict offensive down per hit for 1 turn. So that's really cool and really useful, especially if you really use him to attack certain key characters or offensive characters, so that way it doesn't hurt you in the long run. So definitely a useful skill to use. At level 2, you get a 15% more chance to get an offensive down. So instead of being 30, it'll be 45. At level 3 with a gear 5, you get a 50% damage increase. And then at level 4 with the gear 7, you get 1 offensive down turn. I guess instead of being 1 turn, it'll be 2 turns, which kind of makes it odd, because then if you get hit for every turn, a 30% chance, then shouldn't you have 2 turns? But I don't know. This may be just my weird understanding of it, or my hope. But anyways, let's move on to the next skill. So the next skill is Commanding Presence, and it gains a taunt for 1 turn and a defensive up for 1 turn. Summons 1 Royal Guard with full speed meter, which is what we said. Royal Guard has a 665 health, has 39 defense, has the following abilities. In the Halberd Strike, deals up to 228 damage to a target opponent. There, inflict defensive down on target opponent for 1 turn. So it really stems this character more on the offensive down so far, that the more attack you do, it does get that ability. Which is cool though, this one particularly, because you're able to get that Royal Guard on your team while you're using a defense and have another character to do an attack. So it's really, really cool to have that, and really useful in the long run, because if you pair this off with the spell with the Bucket of Soldiers, it could be a really powerful way to get a lot of hits while protecting your team at the same time. So that's really, really a useful skill. At level 2, their ability gains the following 30% chance to inflict vulnerability. So that's not bad. And that's pretty simple to get. Now, at level 3, gets a 10% health and 25% defensive, I assume, up on the Royal Guard. So that's with the gear 5. And at level 4, with the gear 7, in Tower and in Club Conquest, summon 1 additional Royal Guard. So this is another thing that they brought, where you can have only specifically in those particular events, such as Club Conquest and the Tower. I wish they could redo that on that aspect for the leadership for Simba, but you know, this is one thing they're, I guess, moving forward, specifying certain things or certain levels that they can use certain abilities for. So I'm not too happy for it, but maybe they can tweak it in the future a little bit more. All right, next special, and this is a Criminal Pursuit. This one deals up to 399 damage to a target opponent, inflicts a slow for 1 turn, great. Gains another taunt for 1 turn, which is great. If Flynn Rider is a teammate, he gains haste for 1 turn, so not bad. In Tower and Club Conquest, do this following: inflict vulnerable. Only in that particular event can you do the invulnerable, but you do gain a taunt, which is great, and also slow inflicted to the target that you have. So not bad. You really want to be careful on that and really select who you would like to have the slow for this particular skill. Now at level 2, inflict defensive down for 1 turn. So it not only will inflict a slow, but it will also do a defensive down, which is great. And you're going to need a gear 4. And then at level 3, with a gear 6, it gets an additional 50% damage increase, which is also useful. And then at level 4, with the gear 8, another skill that uses in Tower and Club Conquest, gains to call 1 tangled teammate to assist. So if you have Flynn Rider or you have Rapunzel, you basically will be able to get that person to attack on any particular aspects. So again, not bad, but seems meaningless at this point. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this is his passive. So the finest horse in the land, and when Maximus falls below 66% health, he gains the following: cleanse 1 harmful effect, gain defensive up for 1 turn. So this is a really useful passive, and I'm wondering if it could be used multiple times, because if you could heal past 66 and then falls below again, can it be used over and over again? It's kind of interesting of a spell to get that, but at the same time, if it doesn't have that ability where you can get your health above 66 again to get that passive, it's pretty much pointless, because this is just a one and done type of skill. Now at level 2, flip 1 harmful effect instead of cleansing. So it basically will cleanse any other harmful effects, and out of those harmful effects, 1 will be turned into something positive for you, which is good. But again, it's a one and done type of skill. At level 3, with the gear 7, reactivate when Maximus' health falls below the low threshold. So that might have answered my question. Basically, unless you have this skill unlocked, you are only using this 1 time, and that's it. Pretty disappointing to have. But let's take a look at him in some quick gameplay. Alright, so I got my squad together. I really just put basic characters, since there was nothing really to tie him in with anything particular. I just left it with other characters I had and just added him. I don't have Flynn Rider yet, nor do I have Rapunzel, so basically I can't use any of the other abilities, and plus he doesn't have any other abilities, so it really does make no difference. But let's check him out and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we're going to do this one here so we can gain a taunt and some health and everything. Oh, I'm sorry, the Royal Guard is what I meant. Alright, so we got the Royal Guard here. We could do his inflict harm full effects, or we can just deal damage. I'm going to choose this one because it has a cooldown. So we got the defensive down, which is actually really cool. And let's put him again. Alright, and the taunt is only for one turn. Alright, let's do this one now. There's inflicts the damage and another taunt. Okay.
Alright.
Coming up to the Royal Guard. And let's just see what his attack is. Pretty low just because he's a star 2, so it's not too surprising. Alright, I'm going to pick this character because I want to see if we get the slow on there. Okay. It's offensive down. Okay, cool. Alright, I think I see pretty much what he's all about. Let me finish this real quick and we'll go from there. We're all done. Alright, so Maximus is not a bad character so far. It's just that he's very low, so it's very weird to test in him right now just because he's a little low starting off. He could be really useful, depends on how well you build him up and how high you have him. Put up maybe a defensive stone, because once those taunts go away, he's basically a sitting duck. And his defense is not that great, so hopefully as you progress within the character he may do really well. I really like the Royal Guard portion. Hopefully they also increase in damage, because to have that ability where you can inflict an offensive down and also or defensive down and attack with those characters, and it actually could deter characters from being attacked by having them attack. Maybe you put a Dr. Facilier's little taunt ability on those characters so it avoids getting damage to anyone else in your party. That's pretty useful. So it all depends on how you could combine him with other characters. But he seems really cool. I kind of like his abilities, but at the same time, the damage really needs to go up. And maybe the duration of the taunts also need to go up, because one per turn can be really, really dull. So anyways, that's just my opinion. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. Really appreciate you taking the time. Hit that like and subscribe button below, and let me know if there's anything you guys need help with. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.